more than. Yeah, hello, everybody. Welcome into Tiger Talks Wrestling. I am your host, Tony, as always joined by, first we got Fergus. John, welcome to the show, man.
Top of the morning. How y'all doing today?
Doing good here. How you doing?
Doing good.
That reminds me, that's something else we'll get into during the show. And also the host of Tiger Sports, Eddie. Welcome in, man.
Hey man, how you guys doing? Hope you guys had a wonderful Memorial Day and many more.
It's pretty good.
It's good.
Just a little plug in here as well. Happy early birthday, Eddie, since your birthday is coming up in a couple days.
Yep, Thursday I turned 45 years old.
Damn, you're old.
You motherfucker, you. No, but me and Trina are gonna go out for my birthday. We're going out to Social Bowl and play duck pins or whatever
duck pin bowling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful birthday, and it can't top last year's birthday because I wasn't even in the state of Michigan last year. So I was back home, and we went to a Yankee game last year when they lost to the Cleveland Guardians.
Good team.
Yeah,
good
well.
team.
Yeah, and then for some reason, I feel like anytime I go back to New York, and we'll get to the one of your hockey guys passing away. I feel like every time I go to a game, it's either against the Orioles, Guardians, or Chicago White Sox. I'm like, I don't get the good teams on my birthday. I mean, I don't care who we face, but it's like I'd rather see Yankees and Rays or Yankees and Red Sox or even the Yankees and Mets. It would have been nice, but it was a wonderful time. I cried when all my money went, but that's what you get when you buy shit at Yankee Stadium. So, but let's move on to other things. I know you guys lost in the hockey world one of the greatest players here. So feel free, because I have no idea what I talk about with hockey. So, gentlemen, the floor is yours.
Well, yeah, you kind of mentioned that. Claude Lemieux did pass away, unfortunately, unexpectedly yesterday. As you can see, the former four-time Stanley Cup champion. John, I'm going to let you take the floor mostly with this one, though. We knew him as a Colorado Avalanche, of course, in the huge rivalry between the Red Wings and the Avs in the late 90s. So, go ahead, take it away, man.
Yes, we did. And the reason we know Claude Lemieux so well is because of one of the dirtiest hits ever in hockey on a man named Chris Draper. And that hit just messed up Draper's face. And then from then on, there was always going to be talk. It's hockey. There's always payback. But when is Claude Lemieux going to get his payback? Well, Claude Lemieux got his payback in March of 1997. I know this because I was at that game. It was my first hockey game. And it was Fight Central. There's a reason they call that game the Brawl in Detroit. Because there was at least a total of 18 fights. If you break every little skirmish down, there was 18 fights. But the best part was the goalies came out. There was a fight between the goalies, which caused a distraction. And Claude Lemieux was skating. And Darren McCarty, the man of Detroit, just started pummeling Lemieux to the ice. There was blood. It was beautiful. It was right where I could see, even better. So that's how we know Claude Lemieux. Now, when I first heard Claude Lemieux passed away, I had three different reactions. As a Red Wing fan, okay, cool. As a hockey fan, it was bound to happen. Concussions and all that, it was bound to happen. But as a fan that respects the game, he was gone too soon. No matter what he did, he may have been a dirty player, but he had the skill that put him in those cup championships, the skill that put him in at least 3 teams that played him very well. Whether you saw him in an Avalanche jersey, a Devils jersey, or a Canadiens jersey, it was still a one-time player that was known more for his grit and being brutal in the game than his skills per se. But there's not many players that are like that, and this was a different kind of hockey back then. So, Claude Lemieux, this one's for
That's
you.
true. Yes, it is. Yeah, you mentioned all of it. Claude Lemieux is somebody that we know, like you mentioned, as an Avalanche that had that rivalry with the Red Wings during the Red Wings time when they were winning Stanley Cups left and right, pretty much at that point in time. But you never can forget the rivalry between those two teams if you're a hockey fan back in the late 90s. So I know you weren't born yet, but the rest of us that knew and watched it back then.
You?
Yep. I was only 6 at that game.
96, 97. It's a little older, not much, but a little bit. So it was always a fun rivalry to watch. And as you mentioned, the goalies getting involved in fights, something that you never see. Something Chris Osgood and Patrick Roy got into. You'll never forget that. So,
well, that was the game in '98.
This is in memory.
In '97, it was Vernon and Roy.
Vernon and Vernon and Osgood both had their tussles with Patrick Roy.
Oh yeah,
who was a great goalie as well. Didn't matter, but it's another story. So yes, this is in memory of Claude Lemieux. Don't agree with necessarily how his life got taken, but still, we want to honor the legacy and the memory of one of the greatest hockey players of all time. And Darren McCarty even mentioned he might have been a dirty player on the ice, but he was always a great human being when it came to off the ice. So. All right.
I mean, his nephew plays the same way he does.
That is interesting to know.
Which is funnier because his nephew played for the Rangers.
All right, I'm trying out a couple things here. So I'm trying to get it so it's showing things the right way, but it's still not wanting to here. It's still cutting off things on here. Oh, well, at least on YouTube, you can see everything on there, so that's good. Anyway, so now with that out of the way, that's going to bug me because I've got me cut off there. We are here today for our Clash in Italy prediction shows, as we know that'll take place here in 2 days on Sunday, actually, at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on the ESPN app. First hour live on ESPN as well, if you want to watch it there. We got 5 matches on the card currently. There is some breaking news I will mention when we get to a certain match at the end of this that may affect things when it comes to the Clash in Italy card. But we're going to jump in to this prediction show. And my niece Hope is here. She will give predictions as well as we get going on. She just went out of the room, so we'll see when she gets back in here in a minute. All right. So we do know they did announce 2 matches for that first hour on Raw anyways to be on ESPN. And then on Tuesday, I think it was during NXT or online since, they only really said 1 match was going to take place during that first hour. So I'm not sure which way it's going to be, but we're going to go kind of over the order of what it looked like would happen with the 2 matches on the ESPN network. In the first match was a little surprising to hear was going to be during that first hour, in my opinion. But we're going to go over here.
Again.
The first match on the card that will take place on ESPN, the undisputed WWE Championship will be on the line as the Ring General. the newest member of the SmackDown roster, Gunther, goes one-on-one with the champ, the QB1, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Either one of you can take the floor first on this one.
Well, John, you want to take it or I'll take it? It's up to you, bro.
I'll go first.
All right, yeah, do what you got to do.
I won't say what happened. I've seen SmackDown already. That's all I'm going to say. But let me tell you.
No, I haven't, so.
I like Cody at first, right? And this Cody Rhodes, it's just getting boring to me. And as much as I like singing when he's the champ, you know, adrenaline. I just forgot the word. Holy shit.
In my soul,
In my soul.
something, Cody Rhodes.
No, it's changed since then. It's now adrenaline in my soul. It's Minute Maid Fruit Punch, Cody
Cody
Rhodes.
Rhodes. But you forget they also have Rena Ripley and Dominic and all the ones. It's Minute Maid, so drink it up. Nah, nah.
Okay, quit showing off.
I know, I'm not. Oh.
So anyway, as much as I love singing that as he's champion and all that, it's kind of getting a little dull. We need some change. And with how booking looks like it's going to line up towards later in the year for a specific event, it makes sense to have the belt come on Gunther. So I'm going to go with the baby shark himself, Gunther.
That's what he said, baby shark.
This one was a really difficult one because I do agree with John with this. The Cody Rhodes experience is getting stale. It's getting stale. You know, he's QB1, great, but let's talk about the humanitarian Gunther. A man that bailed out a friend out of jail, who has been injured for a year and a half, in Ludwig Kaiser. We haven't seen Ludwig Kaiser in the ring for so long. That the man can't pay for his own bail, so Gunther bailed him out because Ludwig hasn't been on TV for an entire year and a half. People are saying he's El Grande Americano, but damn it, he is not El Grande Americano. He is Ludwig Kaiser. So I know I'm going to say this, but yes, I want Gunther to win the match because that man is a saint. And Cody's getting boring. So I'm going with Gunther to win the match.
Could you say that last part? What do you think Gunther is?
A humanitarian.
The other word.
I forgot. I just got.
It's the same. It's the same word as the New Orleans football team.
Oh, a saint.
Shit. Sorry.
I mean, he helped out a friend that hasn't wrestling in a long time. I bet if Pete Dunne was still wrestling and Tyler Bates, he will help them too.
Very well, good. All right. I will say this rivalry definitely came out of left field because I personally wasn't expecting to see Gunther, of all people, go after Cody in the undisputed WWE title. I thought for sure Randy would get another shot at it after WrestleMania. But here we are anyways. The build-up to it's been quite interesting with the fact that Gunther hasn't been officially part of the SmackDown roster. They made him fight for it. He had to beat Royce Keys, which
wasn't very much.
Which wasn't easy to get through Royce Keys. I loved how they built up Royce Keys, to be honest. But here we are. We're getting the rematch from 2 years ago that we've seen when Gunther was the World Heavyweight Champion and Cody was a WWE Champion. That match was pretty good. This one might top it. You never know, especially in front of a big crowd like Italy.
Italy. That's where they make the pasta.
Yes, that's where they make certain pastas, is Italy. But you guys both went with Gunther here. I'm going to go against the mold. I'm going to say Cody does manage to retain here because I'm not sure I'd see him losing the title quite yet. Who you got, Hopi?
Cody?
Yeah, I figured you would.
I have to think. I've been thinking for like a long time, and it just came to Cody.
Yeah? All right. And it'd be interesting to see. John was mentioning a certain event coming up. We know the King of the Ring tournament starts on Monday.
You put the crown on the head.
It'll be interesting to see who all's in that tournament as well as who wins that tournament in the end. We know LA Knight is currently in that tournament, but beyond that, we don't know who all will be part of it. So,
Oh, you find some more tonight. That's all I'm saying.
I figured we probably would.
I'm going to be the Queen of the Ring.
No, I'm not saying.
Yes, the Queen of the Ring tournament is starting. All right, so then next match we got
This one.
is a rematch from WrestleMania.
That nobody asked for.
We got the WWE Women's Championship match as Jade Cargill goes up against Mommy herself, Rhea Bloody Ripley, for the Women's Championship.
This one, no, I didn't even have to think about this one.
Eddie, you want to take first on this one?
Yes, Rhea Ripley's gonna win.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm sorry. Jay's a monster. I get it, but you're just gonna take the belt off Arena, who is your hottest woman. No offense. She's the true QB1 of the WWE right now. I'm sorry. Cody's not QB1. He's the backup and all that to Mommy. So either something happens stupid, somebody interferes, or all that shit. Mommy's gonna win. No doubt about it. So I'm going with Mommy retaining the championship, that we could get the hell away from Jade and have her win the United States Championship, or some other title. Go to Raw and win the Intercontinental. So that my pick is Mommy.
No. Take it from Tiffany, please. Tiffany stinks booty. Honest opinion.
Yeah. What do you got, John?
Well, I am basing mine off a rumor that there might be a return happening after the match from a former women's champion. And so, first part, honey, who is winning the match? So we're going Rhea. And the reason we're going Rhea is there's a rumor that the rumor is that the former women's world champion is supposedly going to be at this show, which is funny because there's no Liv Morgan. So why would Stephanie Vicar be at the show unless Stephanie Vicar is going to SmackDown, and that's going to be Rhea's next opponent?
Oh, that would be a great match. Oh,
That'd be interesting. It'd be very interesting. You got hope. Bless you.
Rhea, thank you.
I knew you would have Rhea.
Oh, I picked Jade.
Not me.
I'm tired of Jade. Honestly.
Yeah,
Can we send Jade back to AEW?
I mentioned it before. I'm a big fan of Jade Cargill, so.
Or should we just go to
So-
NXT?
Off of that, I will say I do see some improvements from her repertoire compared to when she was in AEW, but still, I'm not a huge fan of Jade Cargill. So
You hear that much? Can you pronounce the name?
something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, Rhea needs to move on. Although I have been impressed by the way Jade has dominated at times in this feud. So
Only cause it's 3-on-1.
at times. She's got a little help from Lexi and Charlotte, though.
Yeah. Because Rhea and Charlotte are best friends.
No, we know better than that.
Yeah, we do. Oh, I know. I already know that one, too.
All right, so next match.
Can I go last on
We
this
got
one?
another rematch from WrestleMania as we've got the Beast Incarnate. You can. Brock Lesnar going up against the Ruler, Obafemi.
Why is he such a ruler?
Because he is the ruler. Who you thinking is winning in this match, Hope, before I go to Eddie? Oba.
Yeah.
So before I let you take the floor, Eddie, since John wants to go last here, I will mention the promo that Obafemi cut with Paul Heyman on Raw this past Monday was very impressive. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like it's really helped out the Obafemi character, so as to speak, make him look even more like a monster. Makes me even more hyped for this match, but it didn't really change who I think is going to win this match. With that being said, Eddie, take the floor. What do you got for this one? For this big, massive WrestleMania rematch.
Okay, first of all, Oba has been looking amazing. I mean, the fans are in with him and all that. I love the way that they're building that character. But I don't really want to say this, but because I feel like Brock will go back into the Brockness that he is. I feel like Brock gave him the tools to do it. Brock followed the directions of the company. I feel like Brock wants back that win from WrestleMania, and he's going to get it. And I hope that it doesn't ruin Oba, but WWE should just keep it going with just Oba winning and winning. But it's Brock Lesnar. They're going to give him what he wants, and my opinion, Brock Lesnar is going to win the second match. Hopefully, it doesn't ruin Oba's momentum going to the World Heavyweight title, but who knows? But this one was a difficult one. I'm going with Brock, because it's a Brock Lesnar thing with him. So I'm got to go with Brock with this one. I really don't, but yeah.
So for me, this match, I've said it once once Brock returned, shockingly last week on Raw. This match should be, in my opinion, the main event of Clash in Italy. It won't be, but it should be after the way their match at WrestleMania went. With that being said, I agree though with Eddie here. This is match 2. I feel like it's probably match 2 of a trilogy because we got another show coming up in Saudi Arabia in June before we get to SummerSlam in August. And there might even be another show in July. I'm not sure. So I could see them having a third match at some point before SummerSlam because if rumors are true, Brock's supposed to go against Gunther at SummerSlam. So
The career killer.
we'll see if that actually comes true or not. That could be changed now. Who knows? With that being said, I know I picked him at WrestleMania, and I'm picking him again here. I got to go Brock Lesnar to beat Obafemi at Clash in Italy. Make it 1-on-1. 1-on-1.
Gonna be wrong again.
John, you wanted last. You got last. What do you got for this match, my friend?
The audacity of the two of you to go against the almighty ruler, Obafemi. You want to know what? I got to agree with you. Eh? I think Oba's going to lose. I think Brock Lesnar's going to tie it up. And then there's another Saturday night's main event coming up in the next couple of months. That'll be before, I want to say before Night of Champions. So I think that's when we'll see that happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if these two were to meet in the King of the Ring tournament, and that's how Brock gets Gunther in the end. But I feel like Oba is going to, unfortunately, either lose cleanly or he's going to lose to a DQ. Brock is winning either way.
Well, it won't happen at Saturday night's main event in New York because Brock Lesnar is not currently scheduled to be at Saturday night's main event in New York. I seen that on media yesterday, on social media yesterday. So, but I can see it. Like I said, there's going to be another PLE or two before SummerSlam, so I can see it happening at one of those or somewhere else. But who knows? That could change too. He could eventually get named to be part of the Saturday night's main event at Madison Square Garden, but
it could be the
as
King
of right
of the
now,
Ring
he's not
final.
scheduled for that shit. Hard to tell. I personally think that will be in Saudi, but who knows?
What? Oh, I already know that one too. I already phrased
Yep. And you removed.
technical difficulties.
And it just wasn't working when I wanted it to. That's all.
Exactly, technical difficulties. Oh, I like that. Oh, okay, yeah, I like that.
All right. The next match we got is for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, as we got Sol Ruka facing the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the man, Becky Lynch. John, you want to take first on this one?
See, when it's matches like these, I don't think very well. I don't use my brain with the thinking here. And I think that pretty much gave away my pick. So, new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruka.
Who you got, Hope?
Sol Ruka.
You think Sol's going to?
I think Becky's gonna get her soul snatched instead of the poor referee. Who does it? Her needs a raise.
Jessica needs a raise.
She's got to deal with that. So yeah, she needs a raise.
Eddie, what do you got, my friend?
Oh my God. With the Intercontinental title, I feel like they're in a limbo about, okay, we gave it to AJ, she's gone. We gave it back to Becky, she's doing okay with it. But I feel like it should be somebody else. I love Sol Ruka. I think she's fucking amazing when she does all these moves. But, she's new to the main roster, and since she became official, it really hasn't panned out for her. I mean, she's been having great matches, but it still hasn't been it. So if I get this wrong, hey, I get this wrong. It doesn't matter to me. I got to go with Big Time Bex. I feel like somebody else can take it, and she might. I'm just giving this a whoa. She might be kicked out of the Judgment Day pretty soon, and I feel like that person could skyrocket with the Intercontinental title and all that, because it looks like they're slowly trying. Yeah, I would love to see Roxanne Perez take the title off of Becky.
I was getting ready to tell you, I'm sorry, JD can't fight in the women's division.
Well, he could if he wanted to, being the next Harvey Whippleman.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Hey, if Harvey can do it, JD can do it. But yeah, I gotta go with. I love Soul, but they gotta. It's basically they're just throwing shit to the wall. But I know she's a great talent. Hopefully, she gets a little more seasoning on the main roster. But yeah, you gotta go with Big Time. If it happens, congratulations. I'm not putting her down, but you gotta go with what's best for them, and I think Becky is the answer right now until they figure it out until SummerSlam or before that.
Okay.
So, well, you're going to be the only one to pick Becky for this one.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm a big Becky Lynch fan, but I'm going Sol Ruca to win this match, although I'm not necessarily convinced she's winning the title.
Why?
We saw the disqualification at Saturday night's main event. I almost feel like Becky could do something underhanded, either get disqualified or counted out or something here. But either way, I just feel like Sol Ruca has got to get a win on the main roster, other than the match she had with Bayley when she was technically still part of NXT at Saturday night's main event back in December. You got to give her a win somehow, besides just the disqualification win. But I'm still not convinced that she's going to win the title on Sunday.
I want to say something.
I'd love to see Sol as Women's Intercontinental Champion, but
Me too.
I just don't know that that's happening quite yet.
They picked Jessica Carr to be the referee for Becky's matches.
I mean, yeah, that's the way I feel too.
You think?
That's why
Yeah.
that's the way I feel too, that she's gonna win somehow, but not the title. That's why I picked that Becky might still be champion, but it's hard because does she need a win? Yes, she definitely need that win, but championship, I don't know. It's like you got to go with the champ because it's Becky's gonna do something. That's why I picked Becky. But yeah, I agree with you with that. Totally 100% with that part.
Well, can we just say that having Jessica Carr be the referee at the main event match was the wrong choice because that bump was made for Charles Robinson?
It was.
Poor Charles.
You kind of got a point there, though.
He already gets manhandled by Brock Lesnar. Jeez.
Yeah, Brock's not the only one. He's taken some clotheslines from John Cena and taken
Some
other
other
bumps
people.
too. So.
Charles Robinson
Clothesline.
been take
He took a plane ride from Cena in the one match.
Charles Robinson been getting bumped
That's
since he lost to gorgeous George in WCW.
Yeah, but that may be true, Eddie. But every time he takes a bump, his hair never changes.
No, it's amazing how much that man can run.
Great.
That man, I mean, he is Little Nate. He can take anything. He can take any bump he wants.
If he ever gets inducted in the Hall of Fame, he better take a bump getting inducted.
Oh my God! I agree with that.
Changing a little bit.
And what should happen is Jessica's going to be the ref probably. And then Jessica should get even on Becky. And then she doesn't call off the match. And so Ruka gets to get a soul snatcher in on Becky, and then Soul Ruka wins.
Maybe. Who knows?
What?
Payback. Everything that we've seen, though, do you guys see a payoff on this whole storyline? Do you see Jessica Carr getting in the ring with Becky Lynch at some point? Because Jessica Carr is actually a wrestler as well. She's wrestled in Evolve under a mask, but she still has wrestling.
I would prefer to see it on Saturday night's main event. Maybe at the Garden. That'd be nice.
Where's Jessica Carr from?
Yeah. Not exactly sure without looking it up.
1 second. Honey?
Hold on.
Can you look up on Google where Jessica Carr is from? I got a search engine working on it.
Okay. Call your wife a search engine.
That's not nice.
Baltimore, Maryland.
Yep.
We got any shows coming up in that area?
I don't know if they're going to be in
Do I gotta look that up too?
No.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
That'd be perfect place to do it, though.
Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye to that match. And we're going to talk a little bit of other stuff before I get into the main event here real quick.
The main event.
Yeah, like I said, we're going to talk about a couple other things before I get into that, though. All right. So, before we go into that main event, I want to discuss some rumors that have been out there. I kind of alluded to it at the beginning with John asking how you doing, because there's a couple of haters out there, or at least potentially, that could be returning to WWE.
And let me spell it out for you.
What do you guys?
SAWFT. Soft.
What do you guys think of the rumors of Enzo and Cass potentially coming back to WWE?
It's about damn time. That's all.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, but their attitude wise is, do you really want that back with the company when you just released the Motor City Machine Guns, which was the stupidest thing ever thought a team would do? You know, a company do it. Like, why would you release two guys that were the greatest tag team that I watched and all that? But the rumors I have been hearing that Enzo might be going to NXT for a while. Let him work down there. Do something down there.
I am glad to have the mic.
I don't think that's going to happen. He's been trading there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like the idea, but hopefully they have a more better attitude that they did when they first were there. You know, so let's see how it works. You know, I'm glad that they're going to be back, but it is a little rough to know what their attitude could be, because they were, well, one got fired because he assaulted his girlfriend, and we know who she's married to now. And Enzo just had a bad attitude with people, so you know, hopefully they'll be a little better.
Oh, they were.
You want to say that again?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say shit.
If you're gonna make fun of the person, you gotta do it. You gotta do it straight. He's a Yankees fan, so say it.
You've got bad attitude.
Oh, I know. I fucking I fucking know all the time. I call that a compliment. Thank you.
Enzo and Cass are always.
You're welcome.
That's why I like you.
Enzo and Cass are always big merch sellers too with their stuff. Besides, always crowd oriented, so as to speak, with their catchphrases and everything. So
yeah,
who could forget exactly how the catchphrase went though? When Enzo would come out to the ring, not just the soft part, but the 7 foot tall and all that fun stuff. So,
and you can't teach that. Bada bing,
Big
bada
He's
boom, realest
7
guys in
feet
the
tall.
room.
You can't teach that. Bada bing, bada boom, realest guys in the room. How you doing?
How you doing?
how you doing? But
I always loved
off
Enzo
that,
on
though-
the mic.
But at least we know he won't face the Von Villains.
yes,
My God.
that is true. He won't face the Vaude Villains.
He'll get his butt kicked by Rusev again.
The Vaude Villains was a type who Matthew Rewalt, that it does commentary in TNA, was a part of. Yes, they
With
could
Simon-
get beat up by Rusev again.
When Simon Gotch.
Yes, with Simon Gotch. Aiden English and Simon Gotch were the Vaude Villains.
Why him a sandwich?
And we
Huh?
can't forget about
England,
one more
England.
person in that group,
In England.
Blue Pants.
Blue Pants.
Why was his name Blue Pants?
No, it wasn't a he, it was a she.
Okay, why was her name Blue Pants?
Because she wore blue pants.
So her name was Blue Pants?
Yes.
I'm not gonna ask.
It was a great storyline in NXT. But off that, it's surprising to me that they're talking about wanting to revive the tag team division when they just released like half the tag team division, though.
Yeah.
But let's hope that they actually do something with the tag team divisions then, if they're going to bring Enzo and Cass back. And there's been talk of bringing up some of the NXT tag teams as well.
Can we just go get Luke
And I did
Gallows and
see
Jesse and just have biscuits and gravy again?
Biscuits and gravy.
I mean, he did do that gimmick in that Battle Royal recently in MLW,
True.
I think it was.
Yeah, I saw it.
So, yeah, Battle Riot,
It
I
was
think,
funny
WrestleMania
as hell.
weekend.
Oh my god, he brought back the
Festus.
tongue out and
Waited for the bell to ring and woke up. Destroyed
took a
everybody.
long time. It took a long time to ring the damn bell. It was sitting up to 10 minutes.
Do remember? I seen that, yeah.
20 minutes.
Anyway, trying to think, is there anything else wrestling wise to mention before we get into that main event?
Yes.
There is big
Yes.
news
Darren,
going.
I heard
Yes.
Darren Corbin
Right.
might be coming back.
Oh yes, there too. I have heard that.
Okay. AAA this weekend. We're having the mask versus mask match. Which El Grande Americano will
True.
get unmasked? And who will finally show up like, oh my goodness, I thought you were dead because we haven't heard from you.
Okay, so my opinion,
The OG.
it's gonna be a great one. El Grande Americano is gonna win.
No shit.
I agree. I'd rather Americano's gonna win.
Yeah, but
No, the
I
OG
think
one's gonna win.
if WWE is smart, you keep El Grande Americano under the mask and you get rid of the OG one.
I agree.
Can we just point it out? I know people deny it, but can we just point out the talent here that we have a German guy playing a Mexican playing an American?
Yes.
Can we just, for a second, the talent that Ludwig Kaiser has to pull this off is nothing but amazing.
To me, I think that character is for him. I mean, and when he was himself, it was a dumpster fire. But since he became El Grande Americano, I think it's working out for him. He's popular in Mexico. He's popular here, and we'll finally find out who the original ones that he could be American made. Go back to what made you look great.
Well, you mean Julio and Bruno?
Yeah. And please stop putting the Creed brothers as Mexican wrestlers when you could clearly see they don't know how to put on a mask.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That's kind of true, but
They did a horrible job with that mask. It was like, what, did a two
So,
on your head?
if you want to bring up AAA in that match, what do you guys think of Rey Mysterio being named the new general manager of AAA?
Well deserved.
It is. I feel the same way too. Now that he's working with the boss, the Undertaker. Undertaker's the head guy of that. What a way for a match that happened at the Royal Rumble. And now these two are working together on screen. Taker and Rey Mysterio. I actually like Rey Mysterio, and then which I was shocked to find out that taking the place of Rey Mysterio on commentating is Mexican Puerto Rican sensation Quang.
You mean Savio Vega?
Better known as
Sabrio Vega.
I got that one right.
Yeah. I told my friend that, Quang was Savio Vega. No, he wasn't. He was darker. Well, what the
Yes,
hell
he
you
was.
think Savio Vega is? You know.
Right?
I always thought Quang was a smaller, more athletic Vader.
Yeah, but let's say this. Maybe we can see the reuniting of, Savio Vega with his boys in Mexico. Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, we can't ask Crush because Crush is not around anymore.
Well, the other storyline that I've been following because I'm a big fan of one member in that group. What the whole thing going around with Psycho Circus.
Oh my God.
This match is gonna happen between Psycho Clown and Pagano is gonna be freaking amazing. And they're making it look like Pagano's been taking out all the other clowns. I think Psycho's really behind it, and it makes sense. But the intensity of this rivalry going on between these two is freaking amazing.
It is, and I love AAA. Smart thing with WWE buying them and all that. And I think it's really good that they're flourishing. And some of the guys there, I've been hearing rumors that some of the guys love, first of all, they're getting more money, they're getting more exposure, and I'm happy for them guys, Luchador, AAA especially, man. Look how many great luchadors went through there. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio,
Yeah.
La Parka, Psychosis, Juventud Guerrera. Was Mil Mascaris a part of that too?
Cybernetico was.
Not sure. Yeah,
But yeah, it's good to see some of these guys that work hard to get to the States now have a chance for people internationally to see them. So more power to the WWE for, taking a company that's been around. I don't know how long it's been around, but, taking a company that basically only sees and now making them internationally. So bravo to WWE for doing that.
I mean, not to mention not just the legends that have came through, but look at the crop they have through right now. I mean, you have like Psycho Clown, Mr. Iguana, Octagon Jr. Like there's so many talents. You even got to give small credit, and I say small credit to Microman, who's putting on a hell of a show too.
Yeah, who doesn't love Max Mini?
Right?
I mean, come on. He was a legend during the Attitude Era with Shawn Michaels. Listen, I'll buy you. Who's that guy that dresses like a chick and has red hair? I forgot.
Mention all those guys. You guys don't even mention Vikingo or Omos. So
I don't like Vikingo, so screw him.
I mean, and who doesn't remember the greatest luchador in Memorial, Omos?
What are you talking about? You can't forget about if we're talking being a part of AAA and great luchadors.
right.
If you're gonna bring in Omos, we gotta bring the other big guy from that Rumble like match they had, Otis.
Oh my God! I gotta say, I think AAA, I could watch it, but sometimes when you have some of the guys that are speaking Spanish and they try to turn it into English, you're like, okay, calm down, slow down, so I can get caught up. My God. But yeah, what a great, and that's tomorrow night at 10 o'clock on YouTube. So watch that historic Matt versus Matt. And I think I saw one of them before, man. They take that thing serious, man. I mean, the mask is everything to luchadors. But nobody, and I mean nobody, could compare to the greatest luchador of them all, Dominic Mysterio.
That's it.
That makes three of us. I disagree with that one. He has been
the
mega
least
champion for quite some
talented
time.
Guerrero.
I'll give him that.
Too many.
Well. But yes, as Eddie was mentioning, AAA's show is on tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern time on the WWE YouTube channel. I'd have to look up the exact name for the show again. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it should be a good show. Headlined
I called
by
it Pinko de Gallo. I didn't know what the name it was, so I just called it Pinko de Gallo.
Mascomentos Arena or something like that.
Yeah.
something close to that. But it will be headlined with the mask versus mask match between the original El Grande Americano and El Grande Americano.
Look.
So Gable versus Kaiser.
Yes. Danhausen's always ruining Mrs. Everything.
He's gonna yell.
She's just showing me a TikTok video where Danhausen interrupted the Miz on his TikTok channel.
I'm not saying anything.
That's good because some of us haven't seen spoilers for SmackDown.
Me?
Exactly.
I didn't.
I haven't either. All right. So that being said, maybe we'll have to do a AAA show later this year. I do know they have their major show coming up here in a couple months too. So.
WrestleMania.
Their version of WrestleMania, yes.
Is it a 2-night event? I heard, right?
It is going to be. They're doing it the first night on a Friday, where they haven't revealed where that's going to be at yet, and then their second night's going to be in Mexico City on Sunday.
They skipped the day.
They did skip Saturday, yes. That's in September, I believe. So.
I think so.
So the WrestleMania was after.
That's a little ways away still. All right, back to the Clash in Italy predictions. In time now, of course, for the main event.
Oh, I don't know that one still.
John, you and I were discussing a certain match that we were both a little conflicted about before we went on the air. For me, it was this match. I'm assuming it probably was for you too, from the predictions you've given so far.
Yes.
Now, there is breaking news concerning this match, though, that was posted on social media earlier today.
Please no.
Jacob Fatu was seen heavily limping after a street fight match he had with Solo Sikoa. Now, nobody knows for sure if he was just limping to kayfabe what happened during the match or if Jacob Fatu is actually injured. If he is injured, that could put this match in jeopardy.
Open challenge.
Hopefully, the injury is not bad if he is injured, so that it doesn't cause this match to get canceled. But that is something to watch over the next couple days as we head into Clash in Italy on Sunday. So, otherwise, we do have, as of now, Jacob Fatu challenging Roman Reigns, the OTC, for the World Heavyweight Championship in Tribal Combat. Third ever Tribal Combat match in WWE history. I will say the build up to this match, just like the previous match at Backlash, I felt like has been really good. They're making Jacob into a big star, I feel like, in this rivalry. And that is a good thing for him. But we'll see how this all plays out Sunday afternoon. Who wants to take this one first?
Well, because you guys talked about it first, I'll leave it up to you. I'll say my opinion about it, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, I'll go first then on this one since I haven't gone first on any of the rest, as I normally don't. But again, it's been a good build. I feel like Jacob's been built into a bigger star from this rivalry with Roman. I've been very conflicted leading up to this match, just like I was for their match in Backlash. I want to see the opposite of what I'm going to say happen, but I'm going to go with some way, somehow, Roman Reigns retains the World Heavyweight Championship and wins his third straight Tribal Combat match. Hope, what do you think of this match? Who you got? Before I...
Well,
oh, hold on, John. I'm just getting Hope's real quick.
I think that Jacob will win.
You think Jacob's going to win the title? Okay, John, go ahead.
well,
If he's not injured.
it's a combat match, which kind of like bloodline rules. So you know there's going to be lots of things
Right.
that happen in this match. Like, you know, the Usos
That
are
is
probably
true.
going to get involved. Solo, for some reason, might get involved with whatever's left of the MFTs. But I mean, anything can happen. We can even finally get the debut of Zyla Fatu. But you want to know what else can happen?
knows?
Returns. And there's two people that had beef with Jacob that have not been around since Mania or so. Randy Orton
That's true.
and Drew McIntyre. Could McIntyre return and cost Fatu the match?
Yep.
And then we get more of that feud. So with that being in mind, I'm saying McIntyre is going to get involved somehow, and Roman is going to retain.
Let's say this, like we all said this feud has been really good, and it shows WWE's putting their time in with Jacob. Jacob is becoming a monster, and that's what he needed to be when he first debuted, but it wasn't. They were holding back because they didn't want Solo to lose his momentum. Well, Solo haven't had a momentum. You know,
That's true.
Solo's been trying to figure out who Solo is. Stolen, and hopefully he gets there. There's some spots that I feel like it's gonna happen. Yes, we know the Usos are gonna interfere. Where do you put LA Knight into this?
Yeah.
You know,
I can see him getting
because
involved.
of that little stare
that.
down he had with Big Jim, with Jimmy, about he's trying to protect the Usos from Roman. And then it's like a threat, like you don't mess with the tribal chief. I get it. Roman's only using to keep a title that, you know, they don't see it because he's the head of the table. But yeah. And I do like the thing of with Randy Orton, we don't know if he is gonna come back now because he's been having back trouble again. You know, Drew, I would love to
He
see
denied
that. Seeing
Officially.
that's what they're saying, that he's all because of a back trouble. But
Yeah, but Randy has
I'll-
come out and denied.
yeah, and I would love to see Drew come back because you haven't seen him since WrestleMania. But is he doing a Hellraiser?
From what I heard, that should be done now. The filming for that.
Yeah.
Damn boat.
And what do we see with Zilla Fatu? Is he gonna make his debut? Because he did won the match, and then he dropped the Hog title at an event and walked off without it. So will we see him, and where would he join when he helped?
Well, he did tease because he's always live during the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
And then like moments like half an hour before the match between Roman and Jacob started, all of a sudden his live went out.
Yeah.
And then it go back up.
Yeah. And here's the thing, where would he go? Will he join Jacob, or will he join Roman?
Jacob.
I would love to see that, but my opinion, I am going to go with the head of the table, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. There's a lot of questions, great thing, but there's a lot of questions about this match. It's hard, but you got to go with what's hot right now, and I wish it wasn't. I would love to see a new champ, but you got to go with Roman winning the match, and Jacob will acknowledge him. He said he won't, but it's going to happen eventually.
Well, let's remember also in the build up to this, what the promo they did on Monday night on Raw, they did mention if Roman wins this match, not only does Jacob have to acknowledge him, but Jacob kind of becomes his servant, has to do whatever Roman wants him to do.
Exactly. So that's why Jacob's going to win.
But on the other hand, can you really see Roman Reigns falling in line, acknowledging Jacob Fatu if Jacob was to win, and just calling Jacob his tribal chief? I just don't see that happening. So we'll see how it all plays out.
And why would Jacob want to be Roman's servant?
And Jacob said, if you remember correctly, no matter which way it happens, he's still winning pretty much. So, because he's still going to be on TV and he's not getting fired. Because Roman didn't say nothing about him getting fired.
So, I guess it's so
Yep. He'll still be on TV and he'll still be wrestling. He'll still be providing for his family. So, which to me pretty much told you there, Jacob's more than likely losing because he'll still have means to provide for his family and still be on TV and all that jazz. So
he can still provide for his family.
He just would have more money if he was a world champion.
Exactly. That's why you listen to me.
Nope. Because we know how this all plays out. We've seen this before with the bloodline.
Yeah, I have too. But still.
All right. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out in the end. Will there be returns? Will there be debuts? Who knows? We'll watch and see. The crowd in Italy, I'm sure, is going to be one of the loudest crowds we've seen, because a lot of times when they go over to England or anywhere like that overseas, we've had some of the loudest crowd reactions anywhere. And I know we'll kind of get a little bit of a taste of that tonight on SmackDown when it starts here soon, which we know was taped earlier today over there. But I have a feeling this is going to be a raucous crowd in Italy on Sunday afternoon. Yeah, it's Sunday night for them there in Italy, but 2:00 p.m. Eastern time start here. That's going to be a big factor, I feel like, when it comes to a lot of things, though, seeing the crowd's reaction to what happens at Clash in Italy.
By the time the people go home, they'll be deaf.
Possibly.
They'll go there and they'll be hearing, and then they'll go home and they'll be deaf. Because how loud it is.
That finishes up our Clash in Italy predictions. Is there anything sports related you guys want to talk about, or even wrestling related, before we go off the air here? We got time.
Well, I did hear there's rumor that a national treasurer is in talks with WWE to make an appearance in the great Santino Marella. I heard that they were talking about maybe bringing him in and all that. I don't know if it's confirmed yet, but I did hear that WWE was trying to bring in Santino to see what he gets, because he did win the Intercontinental title in Italy. And
yes,
but I heard that'd be great. But I also want to say to John, with the passing of his, I don't know if it was his favorite, but again, that Kyle Busch, which was the saddest thing to see somebody passing away, and I just want to say to the NASCAR community, it's a shame to see somebody pass away at such a young age. What was he, like 41?
Yep, 41.
And John did post 41. A picture of Kyle and all that. So if it's all right with you, Tony, I would love to hear what John's experience with Kyle Busch and all that. So you're a NASCAR boy. We just want to see what your experience with Kyle Busch was.
Who says it better, you or me?
I mean, this is your driver. You
Oh,
were
oh,
more
yeah.
with it.
You finally got me on here.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, I hated Kyle Busch. I was a Jimmy Johnson fan for years. And then, Jimmy Johnson retired 2020. So I had to get a new driver. Right around that time, Samantha Bush put out her book talking about her and Kyle's experience with infertility, which John and I have struggled with. And I read this book, and there was so many funny stories about Kyle in it that I couldn't believe he was this funny guy when we all see him as such a hard ass all the time and being so mean. And I kind of started to kind of like the guy. And in 2023, we actually got a chance to meet him. Um, and it was super cool. It was a meet and greet. We were able to ask questions. John will always like to say his question got in the paper, in the article about it, but I still just enjoyed, talking with him. And when we got a chance to actually meet him and get autographs, and I mentioned, our struggle with infertility and IVF and everything, and he was just the kindest of, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know what it's like going through that, you know, praying for you guys, wishing you good luck. And that completely changed my outlook of who he was, because he didn't have to say any of that. He didn't have to care. He didn't, he was there for a meet and greet, and all he had to do was do that. But since that time, I followed, Samantha on Instagram and him on Instagram, and she's got a pretty great podcast, and he's been on there so many times. And there have just been some amazingly funny stories that have come about him, and I I lost it last week. I mean, how could somebody so young, so full of life, so, involved in his children's lives? I mean, he just celebrated his 41st birthday on May 2nd. He celebrated his son's 11th birthday. He celebrated his daughter's 4th birthday, all in a matter of weeks, and then he's gone. And I I can't imagine going through that. Every Everything that NASCAR did on Sunday was absolutely amazing. And anything I see just brings me to tears. I don't know what else to say other than I've really, learned what a great guy he was. And it's such a significant loss for NASCAR. They all lost a friend,
Yeah.
not just a competitor, but a true friend to them.
No, I totally agree with you. NASCAR is. I watched it once in a while with my uncle. NASCAR's a family, and they lost a great driver who, right before his death, actually won a Truck Series race.
Yeah.
Before he went into the hospital and got really sick and passed. So, to all his fans and to the NASCAR community, he will be missed. And I feel like maybe NASCAR should do something more special for him, you know, dedicate something to the guy. I mean, the guy basically took his fans and people that weren't fans, and you've got to know the inner part of him when about people who are struggling and have babies, and he was there for you. Not he was there for you when you needed questions, and that's a guy that should be honored really more for the humanitarian that he is. So,
Yeah, I
I
agree.
I just want to say thank you for sharing stuff with us about him. So thank you for doing that.
Of course.
Yes, thanks. He's by the sounds a perfect example of you can't read a book by its cover, so as to speak.
Yes.
Here at Tiger Talk, we're all family. We have three people that really are good friends, and two are Tiger fans, and then you have the best one right here in the Yankee fans. So you're welcome.
Shit.
I knew my allergies were getting bad, but I didn't know the bullshit-itis was.
Oh God,
picked up.
it just shows in every way. So, but I do want to say this to you, and I said this to Tony, and I'm going to say it to John. John, it has been a privilege to be a friend to you. To you and your wife, I'm so glad to have you on my friends, and I just wanted to let you know that.
I appreciate it. I just wish you were a fan of the best baseball team ever.
I,
The good
I'm
old
already
Boston
am.
Red Sox.
I mean,
No, I'm already am. Fuck you. I'm already am. No, hey, I'm in a good mood. My Yankees are playing good. The Knicks are in the NBA Finals, and the Mets are trash. The Red Sox are trash. I do wish the Tigers were a little better because I feel like they're going to get rid of some of their pieces, and it's going to be hard. But it's a love. It's the love of the game, baby. It's the love of the love of the game.
That is true. We gotta get healthy, is what the Tigers gotta do.
We need to quit getting everybody injured, is what they need.
That is true too. Yes, I didn't even think of that before we went on the air, but yes, definitely. Hearts out to Kyle Busch's family, his young kids, and his wife, especially, and any of the fans, because Kyle did definitely get taken from us way too early.
I will say
It's happened
this.
with a few different drivers.
For Brexton being how young he was, is that's Kyle's son. The way he handled during the tribute, it was strong, like no tears and all that. And so his main thing was making sure his mom was okay. That just shows you how Kyle raised him. He knows that he is now the man of the house, that he knows he's stepping up, and it's literally a little Kyle, just not, how do I say it? The ego isn't there yet. Yet, keyword, yet.
Yeah. It may be eventually, because I know I've seen he's a driver as well, and already driving at his young age. So
I'm a driver.
But the coolest part of the entire weekend, though, was the fact that the winner of the Cup Series was Daniel Suarez, and a big reason why he's even in the Cup Series was Kyle Busch. So for Kyle Busch to pass away, and then the race that we're honoring him and all that, someone that is there because of him, was almost like the full circle tribute.
I will say, at least NASCAR has retired his number until his son is able to drive it as well.
Yep.
Does anybody know how many cups he won?
How many races or championships?
Championships.
On the Cup Series, he won 2.
Okay.
He won his first one in 2015, which was a miracle because in the Xfinity race at Daytona, he had broke his ankle and lower leg, and he came back halfway through the season, won a few races, had a bunch of top 10s, was able to qualify for the playoffs, and ended up winning the whole shebang.
Wow. I mean, the NASCAR world has lost some great legends, throughout the years, and especially they lost another guy this year. I forgot what was his name.
Michael Annett?
The one that passed away the one that passed in a plane crash, I think, right? A helicopter.
Yeah, Greg Biffle.
Yeah, I mean, they lost some great
Yep.
great drivers, and NASCAR is going to move on, but honor those who lost their lives. They still. I wish they would do more with Dale Earnhardt, Dale Earnhardt, because he was a legend and all that.
Well,
But
it's funny you bring that up, Eddie, because I was talking to Julie about the comparison here.
yeah,
So when Dale Earnhardt passed away, he had just got a race team together, had 3 cars driving for him, and when he passed away, so he had a 3-car team, right? Well, recently we had 3 drivers since December that had passed away. Now here's the comparison part. Steve Park, who drove the number 1 car, wasn't really a winner per se, but he was always consistent on where he finished. You want to know who else drove the 1 car? Michael Annett. He drove the 1 car. Wasn't the best finisher, but he was always consistent. Then we go to Michael Waltrip, who drove the number 15 Dale Earnhardt car, right? And he was one that no one thought Dale should take a chance on, and then he ends up winning 2 Daytona 500s. Ends up having a nice career with the car. Greg Biffle, who died in the helicopter crash. Well, he was another one. Jack Roush took a chance on him and ended up having great wins and all that. So
Yep.
Waltrip to Biffle. There's the comparison. And then Dale Jr.'s son, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Well, I said the same thing. I said it backwards. Dale's son, Dale Jr., who drove the 8 car. He had the pressure because his dad owned the team and ended up having the best career of all 3 of those drivers. Kyle Busch. When he first started, he was a hardhead just like Dale Jr. But he was the most successful of the 3. He won 2 championships. He dominated the Truck Series. He won a couple championships. And back then it was the Busch Series. So, I mean, Kyle Busch compares to Dale Jr. So basically, it's not the exact team Dale Earnhardt has up racing in heaven now, but it's a pretty damn close, almost replica.
oh, of course. When you see people from the NASCAR community pass away, I'm like, wow, where does heaven put all this? They have a racetrack,
Well,
replica
they got their own
Yankee.
Cup Series up there.
Hell, they got their own replica Yankee Stadium, and
I mean, you just ruined heaven.
I don't ruin heaven. Hell, they even have a concert venue for. They even got a concert venue for Elvis, and my mother's there.
You want to know what? If your Yankee Stadium makes the cut to heaven, then my high school football stadium makes it to heaven, because name any other school that had Kiss play their homecoming.
What? Damn, really?
Yeah,
Holy
1975.
shit! Shit, we just had
Nice.
one of my graduation. We just got a guy playing the ukulele.
Well,
I mean, hey, my schools are on a budget, so we got what we got.
Our
true.
school's on a budget too. Just
It's New York.
there was people that knew people, so it was
Oh,
able
hey,
to make it
whatever
happen.
works. But you keep saying about NASCAR. Well, there's only one NASCAR driver I know. Is Ricky Bobby. I just wanted to mess with that, but I just wanted to mess with
What?
that. I
What?
just wanted.
Hold on. Does Cal Naughton Jr. not matter?
Oh no, he does. He definitely does. We all know about the shake and bake.
What about Jean Girard? Break it, Pepe la bitch.
I love that movie. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. You're not on fire.
Tell me, Tom Cruise.
I know, my God.
The invisible fire's got my friend.
But yeah, it's going to be a wonderful weekend of wrestling, baseball. I mean, it's and we're over in
NASCAR.
June. In June, thank my God, it's been a beautiful, beautiful couple of days here. I mean, we are living life, gentlemen, and it's really
Yes.
good to love that.
So true. All right. With all that being said, good spot to end this if you guys don't got nothing else to add to that.
I got one more thing.
Just
also,
one.
this weekend was the biggest race in IndyCar racing, the Indy 500. And we had a wonderful first-time Indy 500 winner, Felix Rosenquist. He won with Morgan Wallen on his car. So that was, and it was his first Indy 500 win, and is only his second win in IndyCar racing. So I just wanted to throw it out there since we go out for one of the biggest weekends of racing.
Cool. Was it a girl? Was it a woman that? What's her name? She did the Indy 500. She crashed down and then went in the afternoon and started the NASCAR that night. I forgot what her name was.
Her name is Catherine Legg.
Oh yeah, and you know, it's amazing how NASCAR has come far. That there's actually woman. I think she's a second woman
She
to
is
be
the
in.
third. She is the third woman to start in a Cup race.
Yeah, Danica Patrick, and then
I forget the other one was in I want to say late 90s or very early 2000s.
yeah. But
But
NASCAR has
Danica was the first one to win a pole, was the first one to lead laps at Daytona. And she was also the first one to I forget. I think there's one other thing she did first.
But yeah, I mean NASCAR has come back from a long way, and even in WWE, you know, if you look at that too, and then we'll just go from there. WWE has come so far from just having not lingerie panty fights that the wrestlers
Well, yeah, some of
actually.
those were good though. I mean,
I
I mean
commend
the
that. Yeah,
cat fighting in a bubble wrap bikini.
yeah. Oh yeah, I can admit that, and then we all have to praise the one of the sexiest in some people's eyes, one of the top divas in WWE history, Mae Young.
Man, her baby hand is gonna slap you.
I know. Okay, we cannot talk about her son like that.
That's what happens when you have a kid with sexual chocolate.
I know.
So anyway, to put a bow on this, we'll remind you guys, AAA Noche de los Grandes is the name of the event. Takes place 10 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube channel, WWE's YouTube channel tomorrow night. And then, of course, we got Clash in Italy, Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time start. You can watch the first hour on ESPN Network, the rest on ESPN Plus or the app, whatever you want to call it, ESPN Unlimited, or overseas, internationally, it's on Netflix. Here, it's just on ESPN Unlimited. That's the way it works. That's who paid for it. For that, I thank you, Eddie and John, for being on here as always in Hope. And we will catch you guys in the near future. Peace.